Good morning and Happy New Year to all our board members. Thank you for coming out this morning. We will start with the minutes from the previous meeting on November 18th.
I move to approve.
Second.
The minutes, the motion, there has been a motion to approve and second. All in favor?
Aye.
We have an agenda before us, and is there anything that need to be added? I do know we need to add the community development to bring an update on that. Any other items that need to be added to the agenda? If not, we will follow the agenda as printed with that one added addition. We will begin with Ms. LaShonda Blue giving us an update on the EMS letters to the nursing and assisted living facilities.
Well, I would like for the committee to revisit the letters due to the pandemic and things shutting down. We kind of got delayed, so I would like for us as a committee to maybe come up with maybe some deadlines of maybe a drafted letter where I can get with Chief Jordan on that to get a draft of a letter and maybe a date for sending those letters to the assisted living facilities as well as nursing homes.
Well, is there, point of information, is there a draft letter previously written, or we're just waiting to get the draft written?
There has not been a letter that has been drafted, and I do want to get with him and see if we could get one from maybe the EMS and fire department, just, giving some details about what would happen, or if we need to draft that letter amongst ourselves with the help of, the fire department.
I'd recommend Chief Jordan and his staff draft the letter, and then at our next meeting, we as a board, ahead of time, we can receive the letter, and then a board, we can say we approved the letter and set the date for it to be set out.
Okay.
And I think, by then, the next meeting will obviously be February. We'll be looking at March or April, things should begin to improve a little bit. But we can set the date then, knowing what we know at that time.
Okay, that sounds good.
Does that sound like a good course of action?
It does, it does.
And this letter that we're drafting is supposed to give us guidelines to present to the nursing home and medical facilities as the rate it costs them to use the
The
facility.
new rate for, yeah.
Okay.
For false calls.
For false calls, okay. Any other discussion on the EMS letter? We suggested that Chief Jordan draft a letter presented at our next meeting on February 17th, and this letter be used as a guideline for our nursing home and assisted living facilities.
I'd like to just add to that, I'd like to see if we can have the letter before our next meeting, a few days before, so we can review it and then discuss it and approve it at that meeting.
Okay, before next meeting.
Okay, a summary again.
Is that fair?
That's
Yes, I
fair.
think it sounds good.
We're going to ask Chief Jordan and his staff to draft us a letter, get it to us prior to our next meeting, 3 days prior to our next meeting, so we can have guidelines to present to the nursing and assisted living for the false alarm calls.
So Dana, you can just send it out to us when you receive it.
Absolutely.
Okay?
And I'll do it maybe around the 12th. That's that Friday
Oh,
is the
good,
12th.
okay, that's perfect.
Okay.
So that way we have it by the 17th.
That's perfect.
Okay. Any other discussion on the EMS letter to the nursing and assisted living facility?
No.
Okay, Mr. Ron, would you like to bring up the date with the community development? I know we needed to revisit that because everything was with the pandemic and we couldn't get stuff going.
We hadn't discussed any of that because of COVID, and we're going to wait till after the new year, so we'll have to get restarted on all that.
Who's the contact person with the development,
Cannot
community
remember.
development?
Cannot remember.
Pam Thompson.
Pam Thompson.
Pam Thompson.
Pamela Thompson.
Okay.
And it's the planning fees that we're gonna, that was the planning fees that we were gonna discuss.
I think so,
this
yes,
weekend,
ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
And the, I think it was the occupational / alcohol ordinances too, if I recall.
Occupation and alcohol license? Is that-
Yeah, I think they all kind of fall under the
Yeah.
community
Yeah.
development
We're
umbrella.
already saying that.
Right.
Okay. So we look forward to Ron contacting Pam Thompson and bring us an update on the, with the community development on the planning, occupation, alcohol fees and permits.
I spoke with Miss Pam this morning, and she is aware, and she's kind of already gotten her head for the next meeting regarding the planning fees, so I'll just let her know that y'all are still interested in the occupational and alcohol license, revisiting that again for the next meeting. She is already aware for February meeting that she'll need to be ready for the planning, so it won't be, when you reach out to her, Ms. Bernie, it won't be a surprise or anything to her.
All
She's
right.
aware of it.
Okay.
Okay? With Ms. Thompson being aware, then that should be easy, something in reach for us to accomplish.
All right.
Okay? Any other, sir?
That's good, sounds good to me.
Okay? Any other, discussion on the community development? Next on our agenda is the new project discussion. We were hoping that our county administrator would be here to give us some direction on which way to go.
He had a meeting pop up this morning, he was planning on coming in. I can tell y'all that he's reached out to the leadership team to find out if anybody, from leadership has a, revenue source in their department that they would like to be looked at, or maybe fees rediscussed. And I don't know if anyone's reached back out to him. I know Ms. Pam's reached back out to him. I don't know if anyone additionally has. So if that's the case, that I think we'll know next meeting if y'all have anyone reach
Yeah,
out.
let's have an agenda item for the next meeting that Mr. Howers have a discussion with us, and any suggestions of new projects. We don't need to make up projects, but
Right.
if there is a need from the leadership team or one of the commissioners, like Commissioner Quinn had, we'd be delighted to look at it, consider it, and potentially act on it.
Okay?
Yeah, it may be worthwhile if just at a county commission meeting, someone can just kind of mention for the new commissioners that we're here and available if they need anything looked into it, because we've got 3 new commissioners on, and may not be fully aware of what we do at this point in time, but.
And we could send an invitation for them to come to our meeting, which the next one be on February 17th. Anything else that we need to bring before our committee this morning? If nothing else, have a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
The motion has been made and properly second. All in favor?
Aye.
See you on February 17th at 9:00 a.m. Please get an agenda question to Ms. Dana, so she'll put on.